Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel Andy Learn and Share. So today this is my new video on RPA Basics Blue Prism interview question and answer. So I hope every one of you are doing well. So this is my small request for all of you. If you like this video, then please like or comments below this video. And also if you feel that this video is very helpful for others, then I would request you to please share this video, share my channels to other people, so that whoever is looking to join robotic process automation or ML or artificial intelligence, then it will be very helpful for them. So previously I have come with RPA basics interview and question and answer on the generic RPA, or also in the RPA tool called UiPath. So this is my new video on RPA tool Blue Prism. And in my upcoming videos I am planning to put some more videos on automation anywhere as well. So let's begin. So this is very frequently asked question on Blue Prism, and this is one of the basic question on Blue Prism. So the first question is, how many components are there in Blue Prism? So as you know that Blue Prism is a RPA software. The moment you log into the Blue Prism, you can see there are two basic elements in Blue Prism. The one is a Process Studio. This is where you can see the Process Studio on the left hand side, and the other one is Object Studio, the one on the right hand side. So this is very basic question, so I hope you would like to learn more on this. So you can see the answer. There are basically two components or main parts of Blue Prism. They are Process Studio and Object Studio. So Process Studio is a diagram created in Blue Prism process. It's very similar to the common business flow diagrams. So it resembles a traditional flowchart. In the Blue Prism area where processes are created is called Process Studio. So this you can see, as I already shown you in the just a moment before. So this is where you will have to create a process. Okay. So and yeah, this is where, sorry, coming back to the same one. So and it looks like the other process modeling application is MS Visio. Also it uses standard flow diagrams, notion and symbols. So you can see for the start we have taken this start symbol, and you can see below the pointers there are so many other symbols. So this is very basic, like any other flow diagram. So this is where you will have to create a process before you create any object. So this is what is called the Process Studio. And then what is Object Studio? It is where the basic visual business object, or you can say, sorry, this is a VBO, because we usually refer it as a VBO. So visual basic object, where is developers, they can develop to interact with many other applications. So sometimes so many people, they have confusion, like so many people, they feel that Process Studio and the Object Studio are same, but actually they are not the same. You can see there are so many 3 or 4 differences I have noted down here. Object Studio provides some stages which we can't find in the Process Studio. Object Studio has 2 default pages, but for the same we don't have. For the Process Studio we have only the main page. In Object Studio, pages are not organized as hierarchy, such as in Process Studio, where it is organized as a flat group. So this is a basic question and answer, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have a very good knowledge about this one, then it will be very helpful. You can see on the top right hand corner I have explained how the process looks like, and also the BVO. So you can see the process in 3 different I have created business object, and based on the each application, like application 1, let's say with SAP, application 2, let's say with any legacy system or Citrix system. So this is where you can see different objects I have created, or VBO I have created based on the application. So combined all this business object, you can see the process. And this is the I have taken the print screen of this, both the Process Studio and the Object Studio. So the second question is, what is application modeler in Blue Prism? So, friends, this is very important questions. Then, if you are, applying for a Blue Prism RPA interview, and if you are going for Blue Prism interview, this is the basic question that anybody will ask you. Application modeler is used for spying the application. Spying is, it is just identifying the elements. So if you are already into the robotic process automation, be it like any other software, be it like any other RPA tool, I think what is the concept of spying. So if you are spying any elements in the application, then you'll have to use this modeler in Blue Prism. So we have 4 different types of spying modes as shown below: window 32 modes, HTML mode, accessibility mode, and the region mode. In the upcoming videos, I'll explain you all these in details. But as of now, you just make sure that you have the basic knowledge and you know what are the different kind of spying modes in Blue Prism. So this is how you can spy. You can use the application modeler, or you can if you want to switch between different modes, then you can use the basics. I mean, these are the steps that you can follow. Use Control and left click to select the highlighted items in spying modes. Use Control and right click to cancel, and press the Alt key to switch the spy modes. So you can see on the right hand side of my screen, you can see the one that has highlighted is application modeler icon, and this is, you can select the different attributes. Also you can see window text visible. If let's say that particular the object which you are spying, if that is a text or that is a button, or so many, you can also spy based on the position. There are so many different kind of attributes you can see. So these are the different attributes, and this is where the application modeler is used in Blue Prism. Okay, what do you understand by Blue Prism process template? Blue Prism process template is used as a base for all the processes created in Blue Prism. These templates ensure processes are easy to configure and support. They also help the user to understand how the work queues are used in different process in all the processes created. You can see in my in your right hand side of your screen, you can see this is one of the process that I have taken this one from Google, but you can easily see from where it started and where it got ended. So you can see at the initial prepare phase where you have to launch all the application, and then you will have to populate the queue. So this is one of the queues. You can refer this queue as a load to queue, where you will copy all the, let's say, details from, let's say, Excel or any other ticketing tools, and you are populating it into the queue. And the process started with get next item. This is where your walk queue, which is the next queue, will start. And finally, let's say after you are completing all this walk queue, you can see at the last where I have given a finish box. So this is where your process will get over, or will complete. So this is where you can even send an email to the business or to the SMEs. So these are the different kind of queues, or template you can use. So this is where the process template comes into picture. So this template is very important for us to create in such a way that so that even a new user, whoever is kind of learning Blue Prism, they can see the process, and they can easily understand which particular field belongs to which queue. So what is the usefulness, or how the process template is helpful for the process? It is very helpful because you can know where the walk queue are loaded with the new work, and where the get next items action is used. It will also route all the complete cases through the resolved items page, and the exception items through the resolved exception page. Development support having multiple mark exception and mark completed stage throughout the process. Do fast process development, since examples are provided for different walk queues loading scenarios. and it is very easy to familiarize yourself with the existing process following similar templates. So this is also very useful, that if you are using the similar kind of template in any other kind of processes or use cases in future. So this is very helpful for you all, because this will create a reusable components for your upcoming process. So this is very important. This Blue Prism process template concept is very important, and I'm 100% sure that any of the interviews will definitely ask you all this question. What are the walk queues in Blue Prism, and mention the steps to set the priority for walk queues in Blue Prism. And believe me, this is also very important questions. Any of the interviewer, robotic process automation management or Blue Prism expert will definitely ask you this question. So please, mark my word, this is very important questions. So what is queue? As I was explaining briefly you about the queues, like the first one is like load queue, the second one being walk queue, walk queue, or the final one being like finish queue, or you can rename it like if you are sending emails, then you can say that sending email queue, or those kind of things. So this is where the same questions arises. So what are the walk queues? Queues are mostly used to break large volumes of work to a small volumes. To do this, multiple bots can be used to reduce time consumption. Also, walk queue is one of the most efficient ways to deploy bots. If you are working in queues, you will have to set the priorities of the queues item. To do that, you will have to add the first item to the queue with the help of add to queue actions. Next, you'll have to work with the queues item to start the priority of the process started. Once the priority of the items is added to the queue, then it cannot be changed. So let's say I'll give you a very simple examples. Let's say your process has multiple tickets and your input data is in Excel sheet. So let's say there are 100 of items in Excel sheet. So how do you process that particular line by line items through a Blue Prism? So what you will have to do is like you will have to load all the items from Excel sheet to the Blue Prism queues. So where the first one, so this example you can say is a load to queue. Now the get next item, as I showed you in the previous example, so there is where the walk queue will start it. So you can based on that you can set the priorities, and also it will not, because but please make sure that there is a unique what you say key identifier for any of the line items. Let's say like if you have a 100 and like 200 different line items, but there should be the one items which has a very unique key. So based on that, the Blue Prism will start working from the starting to the end. It will go and process one by one by picking that very particular unique components. So this is the walk queue in Blue Prism. And in my upcoming videos, I'll try to show you this one in example in the Blue Prism application. So how to secure the applications in Blue Prism? As I told you, I think in one of my previous videos, when I was giving you the differences between the Blue Prism Automation Anywhere and the UiPath, all out of these three different RPA tool, you can say Blue Prism is one of the most secure in terms of any other RPA tools, because these are the way to secure the applications in Blue Prism. Users to assign the new user informations and credentials, we have to store the secret information, and we also have the options to use the set rules of setting passwords. Apart from this, Blue Prism also provides role-based access controls for security. Through this, the Blue Prism administrator defines what roles a user can act in. The system will allow that users to perform only that particular actions allowed by those roles. So an administrator can also examine the records of activities, such as when a user logs into the Blue Prism, when the user starts or deletes any process, and also when that user changes her password and more. So if I say like if in current RPA market we have so many different kind of RPA tools, but I would say Blue Prism is very one of the secure application in terms of any other RPA tools. So that's the reason we can see most of the financial sectors and also the banking sectors, they use Blue Prism automation tool. So moving to the next one, explain the attach option in Blue Prism. The attach option is used to identify when application is being used. You need to input the values to identify it, help it identify the application. For example, window title or process name. Let's say if you are, for an example, if you are also using the application model as I showed you before. So first, before you could spy or before you could highlight any button, you will have to attach that particular application with the Blue Prism. Then only you can use any other features. So that is called the attach option in Blue Prism. What is wastage, and also the option always throw an exception on timeout and always with the screen to change. So these are also the very important questions that any of the Blue Prism interviewer may ask you. The wastage is used to get the wait timeout open, double clicking on the wastage. The default timeout should be 5 seconds. So as we get the wastage open running the object, it will wait till the 5 seconds or till the time given by the user to perform any action. This aims to increase the resilience of the process. So this is very like very simple definition. So this wastage is used just to wait for, let's say if you are loading any of the application, if so it will wait for some time if you go give this wastage. What is always throw an exception on timeout. You should not try to retrieve the process through the wastage. Instead, you should try an exception and let the process handle it, as it may choose to restart the system or retry after a few times, retry after an alert. So this option is used, but you should not try to retrieve the process through the wastage. And what is the always wait for the screen to change. You should use the wastage after navigating to any stage, which is the reason that is required to update screen. This always wait for the screen to change will ensure to run the process fast, but by not observing any latency. So these are also the very easy definition that I have given, but if I can show you in an application, then only you can understand in details. But at least just keep these things in mind, because these are also the frequently asked questions. What do you understand? The next one is what do you understand by match index? If you want to search for an element from top to bottom, then you will have to use match index. Once the element is found, the Blue Prism will stop searching instead of continuing to the search for potential duplicates. Using this attribute, you can increase the search speed. But this is generally used when the duplicate elements are either ignored or unlikely to be present. Also, if you use the match reverse option, then this will make Blue Prism to search from the bottom to top. Let's say if you have an application, and then in that application, let's say you will have a button of, let's say with the name. Let's say there is a button with the name in a particular application. Let's say, but you'll have to make sure that that button is only present one in that entire screen. If it is searching from the top, then the moment it will find that particular object, it will moment that that particular element is identified, it will consider it, and the Blue Prism will stop searching instead of searching to the next. So make sure that if you are using this match index, but you'll have to make sure that that particular element, it should be present only once in that entire application. And match reverse option is instead of searching from the top, it will search from the bottom. So this is the example of match index. Moving to the next one, what are the tags used in Blue Prism? Tags are the keywords of terms assigned to the walk-queue items. These tags are used when you want to retrieve the next item from the walk queues. You can also filter the items to be retrieved the presence or absence of a specific tags by giving appropriate arguments to the tag filter input parameters of the get next item. Multiple tags can be used by using semicolons. Example: walk type 1 plus student type 2 colon dash walk type 2. Here the next item will have walk type 1 and student type 2 tags, and will not have walk type 2 tags will be returned. So this also, if I can show you in Blue Prism application, then only you will understand. But tags are the keyword of terms assigned to the walk-u items. These tags are used when you want to retrieve the next item from the walk-u. As I told you, right, once you load any queues to the Blue Prism load to queue, then it will identify based on that tags, or based on that unique factors. So this is where you will have to use these tag options in Blue Prism. And final, the last question is, what is a connector in Blue Prism, and mention the types of connectors. Connector is nothing but it is used to handle low level interaction with the application's UI or user interface. We have different kind of connectors like HTML connectors, Java connectors, window connectors, Citrix connector, mainframe connectors. HTML connectors, it will allow the user to work with HTMLs or ActiveX, Control JavaScript, and other browser UI. Java connector allows the user to work with Swings, Oracle, Java applets, and other JVM based technologies. The window connector give user access to Windows, whereas the Citrix connector allows the user to access application that provides user interface via remote desktop protocols or Citrix Gen app. And the last one is mainframe connector. This connector is used to allow access to the mainframe application through terminal emulators from various vendors such as IBM, Attachmate, etc. So folks, these are the 10 frequently asked question in Blue Prism, and if you want, then I can show you example wise in the Blue Prism application only in the next videos. And thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions related to my any videos, then you can definitely email me on the email address provided below, and I can see so many of you have already emailed me with various questions, but due to my busy schedules I could reply to I was trying to reply all of you, and whenever I get time, then I will also connect with you to get your doubts cleared. So thank you for watching my channel and watching this video. If you like this video, again I would request you to please like, subscribe, and also share this channel or share this video to any other person whoever is willing to join the robotic process automation team with Blue Prism as a RPA tool. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.